One of the folks out there, of course, who has been working hard when it comes to organizing and mobilizing is Tamika Mallory, one of the co-organizers of the Women's March earlier today at New Bethel Church here in D.C. We caught up with her and what she talked about, the importance of engaging people who are not in the mainstream, people who are formerly incarcerated, to let them know that they have a role to play when it comes to public policy as well as elections. Tamika, everybody's talking about voting, but I keep reminding people you got to be registered first. So registration deadlines are coming up, and I'm like, don't ignore those October deadlines if you only focus on November.
Absolutely. I mean, that's why we're doing this event right now. We know National Voter Registration Day is coming up towards the end of September, and as you said, October, we know a lot of deadlines will be here, so we're getting people mobilized. We're not waiting. We're not waiting on people, we're not waiting on the Democratic Party or anyone else to give us the resources. We're hitting the ground in our own communities. And today we have a group of people coming together who are often sort of the silent folks in this process, people who are formerly incarcerated, people who are advocates of the formerly incarcerated community, our gun violence prevention community. We're trying to bring them into the fold.
Also, I think it's important, as when I was at the NAACP, when we were there, I made the point that you have to get people to use different language when it comes to voting. And so I tell folks, I said, if you keep saying, well, somebody died for your right to vote, I said, that doesn't resonate. But if you tell somebody, you got to vote because Trayvon can't. You got to vote because Rakia Boyd can't, Laquan McDonald can't, Eric Garner can't. That captures people, I think, in a different way, where it's like, hold up, wait a minute, you're right. And so it pushes them to think about voting in a different way.
Right, and you know, even to take it a little further with just this formerly incarcerated group, there are some people here who do not have their voting rights because of whatever state they're in. And we're telling them, you can't stay home. No, you need to get somebody to vote for you.
Or you can drive people to the polls. You can still do stuff.
That's right. You absolutely can get your family members, people who may not be registered, get them to register. Explain to them your issues and what it is that you're dealing with. We know in Florida, on the ballot initiative, you know, this year, we're dealing with restoring formerly people who have federal records, their voting rights, and we want to make sure that that is national, that it becomes a federal regulation for people to have their voting rights restored. And that's why we're bringing people together under this. We don't, again, want to wait, and we want to make sure that people understand the importance of the midterm elections, because everyone is caught up in what's going to happen in 2020. You know, we have 2018, and in fact, you know, there's a primary happening in New York City tomorrow that people need to be out there, they need to be voting. So we're not waiting on anybody to tell us when. We're pushing our people right now.